Hello everyone, welcome to Vishesh Educational Videos. In this video, I am explaining about legacy system management in software engineering. Legacy system management means old systems that are present in your company. What to do with that type of old systems? Whether you to keep that, whether you to discard that, you have to take that decisions, right? So legacy system management topic is going to explain about these old systems that are present in the software industries. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. To get the notification of my new videos, please click the bell icon, and please don't forget to like the video, and please don't forget to share the video with your friends. So let me begin the explanation of legacy system management. So first of all, legacy systems are older complex systems used in business environment. So here in simple words, legacy system means these systems are older systems. Older systems. Now, either the systems have to be extended and adapted to the changing business practices. Obviously, if your company contains these legacy systems, older systems, those systems have to be extended and they needs to be adapted to the changing business practices, right? So that's why companies has to make some assessment of their legacy systems, realistic assessments. Assessment means what to do with this old system, whether there is a good decision to keep these old systems, or whether we have to make some changes to our old systems to suit our current needs, right? So they have to take the decisions, right? And they have to decide on the most appropriate strategy for evolving these systems. They have to decide whether to keep these old systems or whether to reconfigure them. So the companies needs to decide that. So legacy systems are older systems that are present in your company, in your business environment. For example, what we can do with the legacy systems, that means there are actually 4 strategic options to do with these old systems. What we can do with these old systems? First thing, scrap the system completely. You can scrap the entire system, entire old system completely. When to do this? This option should be chosen when the system is not making any effective contribution to the business processes. If your system is not making the contribution to your business, if it's not giving you profit, what you can do means you can scrap that system completely, right? And the second case, what you can do means leave the system unchanged and continue with the regular maintenance. Don't do anything to the system, just keep it as it is and continue with the regular maintenance. When to do this? This option should be chosen when the system is still required. Yes, it is required for my business, but it is fairly stable and the system users make relatively few change requests. Hope you are understanding. So when this option should be chosen when the system is still required for my business, but it is fairly stable and the system users make relatively few change requests, right? This system is making some profits to you in your business. Just leave the system unchanged, keep it as it is, but you need to spend some cost for the maintenance, right? And next, re-engineering the system to improve its maintainability. When to choose this option? This option should be chosen when the system quality has been degraded by change and where a new change to the system is still being proposed. That means, so you need to do some changes to your system. In the second case, you are not doing any changes, only you are doing some regular maintenance. But in the third case, in re-engineering the system means you have to choose this option when the system quality has been degraded. When your system quality has been degraded, you have to change, right? You have to change, you have to make some changes to improve the quality of your system. Hope you are getting, guys. First case, you can scrap the system completely if it is not making any profit. In the second case, you can keep the system, but you have to do some regular maintenance. In the third case, you have to do some changes to your entire system. because it's degrading your quality. But in the fourth case, it is replace all or part of the system with a new system. This is the extreme case. You can replace either your entire system or all. Yes, you can replace your entire system or all some parts of the system. This option should be chosen when factors such as new hardware mean that the old system cannot continue in operation. That means this system is not suitable now because technology is upgraded. In that case, you can replace the entire system or you can replace the parts of the system. So this is the fourth case. Hope you are getting. So based on their usages, I am going to take the decisions on my old systems that are present in an organization. For example, assume that your company or your organization has 10 old systems, that is legacy system. How you can take the decision means you should assess the quality and the business value of each of the system. Once you assess the quality and the business value of each of the systems, you may then create a chart. You can create a chart showing relative business value and system quality. See, now I have 10 legacy system. Now I will prepare a chart here. See, so in you can see here 1, 2, 3. I prepared a chart by taking the graph system quality and business value, right? So you can see here low business value and low quality. System 1, 2, 3. System 1, 2, 3. System 1, 2, 3 are low business value, are having a low business value and also have a low quality. So what you can do to this 1, 2, 3 system? Low quality and low business value means that is 1, 2, 3 system. In total 10 systems are there. So these 3 systems are low quality, low business value, right? So keeping this system in operation will be expensive, obviously, and the rate of the return to the business will be fairly small because these are not giving any profit to you. This system should be scrapped. See, low quality, low business values system should be scrapped. Here system 1, system 2 and system 3 should be scrapped because they are having low business value and low quality. And see, in second case, low business value but high quality. What you have to do next is low quality, high business value. So low quality, high business value means what? So low quality, high business value means these systems are making an important business contribution, so they cannot be scrapped because they are making profits for your business. Yes, quality is a little bit less, but they are making some contributions, useful contributions to your business. So that's why you can't scrap this type of systems. What you can do means you can re-engineer these systems to improve the quality. For example, system number 9 and 10. These systems are making some contributions to your business but low in quality. What you can do means you can do some changes to improve the quality, re-engineer. You can do some re-engineering to increase the quality of your systems. You can't scrap these systems because they are contributing to your business. Next is what? Low business value and high quality. Low business value and high quality means these are the systems that don't contribute to your business but which may not be very expensive to maintain, right? These high quality systems are not making any contributions to your business, but they don't have any expensive maintenance costs. That is your choice to right, keep it or not, but you can keep it because they are having high quality, right? The maintenance cost will be very less, right? You can keep this because they can come handy for the next project. That's why, right? So even if they have low business value now, because the maintenance cost is very less to maintain, you can keep this. And the next one is high business value and high quality. Obviously, both business value they are giving, both quality is also good. So this system have to be kept in operation, right? Obviously, this system have to be kept in operation. However, the high quality means that you don't have to invest in transformation or system replacement. normal system maintenance should be continued, because these are having a very high quality, means you don't need to spend more on the maintenance also. Obviously they are giving you profit also. So obviously this system should be in operation in your company, right? So in this way you can take decision whether to put whether to keep your old system, or whether to discard, or whether to send your old system to the scrap, right? You can take decisions based on this. Next, how to know the business value of a system, how to know that your system is contributing to the business. So to know that, you can ask series of questions to your managers or to your end users, that means users of your software. You can ask some questions. By knowing the answers to that questions, you can decide the business value of your system. For example, first question, 4 basic issues you can ask. If the use of the system is first of all, what is that? If systems are only used occasionally or by a small number of people, they may have a low business value, obviously. If your systems are used by very less number of people, you can understand that your system is having a very less business value, right? And the second thing, the business processes that are supported when a system is introduced. So business processes are designed to exploit the system capabilities. If the system is inflexible, changing this business process may be impossible. So the business processes that are supported when a system is introduced, based on that also you can know the business value of the systems. And the system dependability. System dependability is not only a technical problem but also a business problem. If a system is not dependable, and the problems directly affect the business customers, obviously. So your system is not dependable, obviously it will affect the business value of the system. What you are getting? If the systems are only used occasionally by a small number of people, obviously it's not contributing to your business. If a system is not dependable also, it will affect the business value of your system. And also the business processes that are supported when a system is introduced, right? Those also plays a very important role. Business processes are designed to exploit the system capabilities. If your business processes are not designed in such a way that to exploit the system capabilities, it's not contributing to your business value. If the system is inflexible, so it's not contributing to your business value. Right. Next is system output. The key issue here is the importance of the system output to the successful functioning of the business. If the business depends on these outputs, the outputs of the software is whatever the output you are going to get from the software is purely related to the business, means the system should give a high business value. If the business depends on these outputs, right, obviously a system has a high business value. If these outputs can be easily generated in some other way, the system produce output that are rarely used, then the business value may be low. What you are getting? In simple words, if the outputs of the software are dependent on the business, obviously your business will have a high value. If the outputs are not making much impact on your business, obviously your outputs have a very low value. Get it, guys? So if your system is not used by more people, then definitely business value will be very less. If your system is not dependable, obviously customer will face problem, business value will be very less. The business processes are not designed to exploit the system capabilities, obviously business value will be affected. And the output, whatever the system outputs you are getting, these outputs will be, if they are successful, obviously the business value will be high. Otherwise, if these outputs are rarely used, obviously the business value will be very less. Hope you are getting. Suppose if you have any doubt, please post your doubt in the comment section. So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching the video.